That's somehow right. That's all time. That's all time.
Derek Jeter is top 3 shortstop.
Good morning, everyone. This is Tanks and Tutties, presented by Tubbs and Franke, back after a week off. Franke's headphones have decided to work today, so we are back. His headphones weren't working last week, and we were kind of just like, we'll get them next week. And here we are. So, getting straight into the thing, it's probably going to be a quicker week. We decided no discussion this week. We'll do our MLB kind of like semi-weekly discussion. My team's fun to talk about. That's why I wanted to do it. So, it's good times being a Tigers fan.
Must
let me
be
tell
nice.
you. Good times for Tigers fans. So I guess off rip then, Locks and Longshots. I'm at 15-17 on the locks. ChatGPT's 4-7. I am 7-4. Last week I had Tigers money line. Not last week, sorry, 2 weeks ago. Tigers money line versus the Red Sox -115. They won in 11 innings. This game was outrageous. Javier Baez hit 2 3-run bombs. Wow, that feels so long ago. Nice comeback win after it felt like we blew it by letting them tie it in the 9th, and then Chapman came out. Luckily, Boston was dumb and didn't let Chapman pitch more than 6 pitches, and we were able to win it in the 11th inning with a 3-run bomb of a walk-off. ChatGPT had the Red Sox money line because their lineup gave them the edge, so fuck you, ChatGPT. Their lineup did not give them the edge in this one. This week, we've got 2. We've got a season longer, and then we've got just a 1 weeker. So first up is Dodgers -130 at the Guardians today. I need the Guardians to just keep losing. Dodgers looked very good yesterday. They're the Dodgers. I feel comfortable with this one at -130. Did the Tigers game get canceled? No, it didn't. Okay. I just felt like this was an easy lock. Try to get back to 500 here. Another easy lock. I don't know how this is still bettable. Scooble Cy Young, -115. He was like plus 200, the favorite at the beginning of the season. This dude's going to win the Cy Young again. He is the best pitcher in baseball. It's a little close, but not really. He's the best pitcher in the AL by a mile. He deserves every dollar that's coming to him, hopefully from the Tigers. He's so much fun to watch. That outing, we'll talk about it later. Phenomenal. Can't get enough of it. I don't know how this is still -115. I looked out of curiosity. I was like, it's got to be -250. Nope, -115. So my suggestion to you guys.
I think it's just because it's still early enough in the season that anybody else, like if he got injured, he's out of it.
That's it. If he stays healthy, he's going to win it. So that was me knocking on wood. It feels like last year when I had this, we were checking weekly and it was like, oh, he's pretty much favorited, but Burns is still right there, and you've got Crochet's right there as well as Fried. Fried's been awesome, but not as good as Scooble. So, and then ChatGPT, I said, give me a lock to win. They picked the Yankees, who were -210, then the Mets, who were -285. So I figured take the heavier favorite, -1.5. Mets -1.5 versus the White Sox, -120. Then we move over to long shots. ChatGPT's 2-8. Oh, I could have. That's a good idea. We'll have to see next week if that would have hit if the Mets don't cover. ChatGPT's 2-8. I'm 6-17. Last week I had, 2 weeks ago, Torque to hit a home run plus 750. This hit, nice little Oppo Guapo, barely snuck out, hit the top of the wall. ChatGPT had Nationals money line at the Braves plus 180 that apparently lost. I can't remember that game that far ago. That long ago. This week, Tigers -2.5 alt run line versus the Giants tonight, plus 325. Now you're thinking to yourself right now, you probably watched the game, so you already know. But Frankie's thinking to himself right now, he's like, this is kind of a dumb bet. He's like, the Giants are a good team. They've got Logan Webb on the mound. He's been good. My thought process here is that the Tigers have been winning games, but they haven't really been putting up like the big runs that you're used to seeing. You know, that Guardians series was a little bit of a letdown over the weekend. The Giants game yesterday, they only put up 3 versus it was pretty much a bullpen game for the Giants. And then even going back to that Cardinals series, I mean, 5-5, 4, just kind of mid. I'm expecting a breakout game where the offense just pops. And I think today could be the day. Wind's blowing out at Comerica. Logan Webb has been a good pitcher. It's very unfortunate this wasn't like JV on the mound or something, but the odds wouldn't be as good. So I pictured this as a Tigers win, Flaherty goes out there and somehow shuts it down, doesn't give up the long ball, and they win 7-2. One of those games where it's like, oh, they didn't really blow them out per se, but they won by 3. So I had plus 325. I had to do it. But yeah, against the Guardians, Skubal had that amazing outing. They put up 5. They lost an extras to the Guardians. They put up 5, and they put up 1 and 0 against the Guardians. So it just feels like, I don't know, I just had a bone in me this morning, was like, oh, they're going to go off. So plus 325, had to take a shot. And then ChatGPT for their dinger chose Rafael Devers going up against the Brewers plus 320. I don't think they've hit a long shot or a home run yet. No, they hit. That's
a great pick.
I want to say they hit Schwarber or something. They hit one. So your Locks and Longshots.
All right. Let me see here. I was really hoping that was a different drum roll. Damn. Okay. Anyways, Locks and Longshots. My locks, I'm 28-20. Last week we had Mariners Yankees under 7.5. That was last Tuesday. That hit 2 Tuesdays ago. That did hit. We also had the D-backs Giants over 8 on Wednesday. I remember this one because I watched it. It was Jordan Hicks versus Brandon Pfaadt, something like that. I believe it was like a 10-8 score. So easily hit that one. And then unfortunately we had the Vegas Golden Knights money line 2 weeks ago trying to force a game 7. They did not. And that season is over. This week, couple baseball picks. First one I'm going with is Spencer Strider under 6.5 strikeouts tonight against the Phillies. Honestly, I love Spencer Strider. He's a great pitcher, huge strikeout guy. This season, though, he has not been his normal self coming off the Tommy John surgery. Well, I guess it was an internal brace surgery, but basically the same thing. Had other injuries mixed in this year, has not been great. His fastball is down to 93 miles an hour, which is super weird considering he's a huge power guy. And the Phillies just don't strike out that much, so I'm taking the under there. And then the other pick I'm taking is Jack Flaherty under 17.5 outs. Apologies to you on this one. Flaherty has, one sec, I have this. I'm tailing this from
He's been bad.
One of the cappers that I follow on Twitter. Basically, it's the fact that he has not cleared this line in 8 of 10 starts. He's been pulled in the 6th inning 5 times. Usually struggles in his 3rd time through the batting order and is not a super efficient pitcher. Basically gets into deep counts. Tough to get deep into games when you're giving up deep counts. So take the under there. I hope you hit your -2.5, but I think this game is going to be very, very tight. And then the last one I'm taking is the Phillies series money line, -135 versus the Braves. Phillies are just the better team and have been beating up on everyone recently. I've seen a bunch of power rankings come out for the MLB teams this week, and the Phillies are number 1 on almost every single one of them. And
incorrect. Tigers are number 1 in everybody's power rankings.
Maybe the Heart power rankings, but no. The
ESPN's this morning was Tigers.
ESPN doesn't know shit. If you're stating that ESPN's power rankings are valid, they're not the homer like you're claiming. So I'm going straight from MLB.com. So I'll take that one. Anyways, Phillies, better team here. Phillies, I've been riding their series moneyline bets here. I'll keep doing it. -135 is not a bad price to pay here. So long shots, 13-50. 2 weeks ago, we had Kyle Stowers hit a dinger at +850. That did hit. That was probably one of my better Dinger Tuesday picks I've had all year. Probably, not going to lie. Then we have Michael Toglia and Brent Rooker. Both did not hit one. And then flashing back to the PGA Championship, we had Justin Thomas to win it all. And he missed the cut. So it was a tough PGA Championship for me. We should probably a good thing we didn't have to recap that last week because I got smacked around there. So this week, what?
I was just going to say, objectively, my Tigers long shot there looks horrible when you look at Flaherty's outings. He's 2-6. They don't score runs when he's on the mound somehow. However,
there's always a time to change things.
In his most recent outing, though, he went 6 2/3, 3 earned, and a couple of Ks, and that was against the Guardians.
I'm pretty sure I took his under outs last time too, and he burned me there. So
yeah. So hey,
we'll see.
You know what I think? I think he's due for that Flaherty. Oh my God, outing 7 innings, 4 hits,
and I think
1
he
earned.
has to regress back to his mean. So
nah,
we both have a.
We'll see.
We both have something.
I'm not really looking at pitching. I'm just looking at, man, our hitters are due for that game where they just go ballistic, and it could be.
I mean, you guys. I was going to say you could win 13-5, and Flaherty gives up 5 in the first 5 innings and gets pulled.
Right.
So, mark that down. Tigers win 13-5 tonight.
13-5. All right.
And Flaherty gives up 5 runs in 5 innings. Anyways, my long shots. Corbin Carroll, Dinger Tuesday, plus 510. I think it's actually plus 310, but I got a boosted odds on this one, plus 510. I'm also taking Rafael Devers, Dinger Tuesday, plus 320. ChatGPT and me are on the same page, probably a bad sign. But Devers is in Milwaukee. He's been fucking killing it recently. And he gets to go up against Aaron Savale, who is not scary at all. So, and then probably my favorite long shot of the week is a basketball pick, which I never go basketball, almost never betting basketball, unless it's the Bucks. Knicks Pacers to go 7 games plus 170. This series has been straight up chaos. It seems like nobody wants to win. Every team gets up by 20 points every game and then loses. Every game has been the same exact way.
Yep.
I don't foresee any team to pull away with this series, and I think we're going to get 7 games. I'm putting cold hard cash on this series to go 7, and I think at plus 170, it's a great pick, to be honest. So that's what I'm going with.
All right. Let's see. Grid then? Do we grid it up?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Let's do that. Those scare me every time. It's so loud because I feel like your mic is quiet for me. So those are so loud. Oh.
Transitioning over to the grid.
See, that's what I need. I need that little verbal cue. Save my life.
It's nice when I have access to the sounds today. So,
oh, this one looks dirty. Let's peep it. Oops. Immaculate Grid. There we go. All right. Going across the top, we got Jags, Saints, 5,000 yards rushing career. Going down, Pats, Bucks, Falcons. I think we need to go chalk for the 5,000 career yards because running backs like these days burn out. I like Marshall Faulk for the Patriots. That's a little less chalky than it seems.
Okay.
He definitely played for the Patriots, right?
I think so.
Are you frozen?
No, I said I think so.
He might be frozen, y'all.
All right, Jake is frozen.
Let me stop sharing. Is he frozen or am I frozen? 'Tis the question. Looks like we lost him. All you guys hear, the Tigers are the best team in baseball. Don't let him fool you. We are the best team in baseball. Oh, he lagged out. Just me, y'all. The Tigers are the best team in baseball right now. I believe record-wise as well as vibes-wise. We're a fun, ratty bunch of guys. Ooh. Okay. If the Phillies win tonight. No, if the Tigers win and the Phillies lose, we have the best record in baseball. Technically, we are tied for the best record because if they lose, then we have a better record. But we're a game ahead, so it's kind of hard to tell. Man, we're only 5-5 in the last 10. Phillies are 9-1 in the last 10. Wow. What about run differential? Where are we at? 'Cause we were 4th, 3rd. Nice. Jump the Dodgers. Frankie said his internet crashed. All right, so it's just me then, y'all. Let me share this to you then. Okay. Now my computer isn't working. It's all right. If we're being real, we don't need him for this. So Marshall Faulk for Patriots, 5,000 rushing yards. Okay, that was incorrect. Now I got to Google. I thought he played for the Patriots. I swear he played for the Patriots. Colts, Rams. You're an idiot. That's on me. And I just shit talked Franke too. Excuse me. So Todd Gurley for the Falcons. I feel like that's a lock. Okay, 29%. Bucks, 5,000 yards. Who was their good running backs? LeGarrette Blount. You think he got 5,000? I think he did. Oh, wait. We can do it for the Patriots, though. That's easier. I think the LeGarrette Blount Patriots, 5,000. Okay. We're not going to tell Franke that was incorrect. We're going to say we went a different route. We're going to go with, we guessed a super long shot for the Patriots and Saints. I don't even know who, though. All right, Bucks 5,000. Leonard Fournette had to have had a long career. Leonard Fournette did not get 5,000 rushing yards. See what I'm saying with you got to go with the lock, and I didn't. Ay. Who's their all-time running back? What's that dude's name? Okay, I need to just get away from all that, I guess. Falcons, Saints. C.J. Gardner-Johnson? No. C.J. Gardner-Johnson? No. Wow, this was a rough one. Fitzmagic. Didn't play for any of those. This is objectively a terrible one. Jags and Falcons is Calvin Ridley. Take that layup. Jags and Bucks. Jags and Patriots. There's another receiver there. Allen Robinson. Or Allen Hearns. I think it's Allen Hearns. No, don't love that. Abort. Saints and Bucks. Saints and Bucks. This is hard to do when it's just me. Jags, Bucks. Jags, Bucks. Jags, Bucks. Jags, Bucks. Feels like a receiver. But it's not. Mike Evans, no. Chris Godwin, no. Vincent Jackson. What do you think, guys? I'm terrible at this. Saints and Falcons. Saints and Falcons. This feels like a DB or Matt Ryan, no. Backup quarterback Desmond Ridder, no. Derek Carr, no. I want to do Josh Johnson for Saints and Bucks. I'm going to do that. He played for a lot of teams. Josh Johnson. Is it Johnson or Johnston? Not Josh Johnson. I'm over this, man. This is terrible. Josh Johnson. Grid's not fun when it's just you. Wow, guy. I'm giving up. You know what? I'm done. I'm not even trying. This is a poor showing. Mac Jones, Patriots, Jags, of course. Leonard Fournette, Bucks, and Jags. How did he not have Saints and Bucks as Jameis? Brandon Cooks for Saints and Patriots. He's what I was thinking. Joe Horn. Warwick Dunn for the Bucks and 5,000. Who else had 5,000 for the Bucks? Rushing yards, but also played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do you think they are on this list? TB? TAM? Zeke Elliott, I could have put for New England. That would have been a nice little long shot there. James Brooks, 1981 to 1992. Yep, sure. Charlie Garner, another one I've never heard of. Nice. And Antoine Smith. Antoine? There's only 158 running backs in the history of the NFL that have had 5,000 yards. Like that's ridiculous. Billy Sims did it in 4 years. Shout out, Detroit Lion. All right, I guess let's do baseball without Frankie. See how I do. 40-plus WAR career for the Giants. I mean, that's Barry Bonds. That's like cake. Yeah, but who else has played for the Pirates and Giants? I'm going to 40-plus WAR for his career. Do you think Chris Bryant has a 40-plus WAR? Or Madison Bumgarner? Do you think he did? I bet you Bumgarner did. Bumgarner. Nope. I'm off today. Barry Bonds, though, for Giants and Pirates. All-star for the Pirates. Let's put Starling Marte. Jason Bay might have been a nice shout there. Or did he play for the – I don't know. All-star for the Red Sox. You could go – I wonder if Kevin Millar made an all-star game with the Red Sox. I just watched that Netflix documentary. He did not. Ted Williams, then. He probably made an all-star game. Yep. 2,000-plus hits career. Do you think Manny Ramirez got 2,000 hits? He did. Nice. Okay. 2,000 hits for the Pirates. Clemente. Roberto. All-star 40-plus WAR career. Miguel Cabrera. He had to have had a 40-plus WAR. He was so good at baseball. Okay, he did. 2,000 hits career, 40-plus WAR. I'm thinking Ichiro. I'm thinking... Who else am I thinking? Ichiro. Cal Ripken. I like Cal Ripken. Or was he bad defensively? I feel like he was a pretty good defender. Yep, Cal Ripken. All right. And that's as far as we get because I lost the other two. So, Giants 40-plus WAR. I don't even know who I would have put. Oh, who was the... No. I don't know who I would have put for that. Let's see. Who's the main? Willie Mays. Okay, duh. Pablo Sandoval, Giants and Red Sox. That was gettable. I would probably say that Frankie would have gotten that one. I just don't know what percentage. So, he can do it on his phone and let us know how he does. But that is the grid finished up. So we'll stop sharing there. Should we do his guess who? Or should I talk baseball? Let's see if I can think of anything to talk to you guys about while we wait. Let's talk about my weekend. I got to sneeze. So Friday, headed down to the cottage. I had a good time. Friday, had some beverages, not too many of those, an early night. Saturday, played some cornhole. Did some day drinking, some cornhole, a little bit Jenga. My family had a hey. Going with the phone today?
For right now, my internet is not working.
Well, you don't sound terrible.
That's good at least. I'm still trying to get it connected, but I don't know what. My Wi-Fi just crashed all of a sudden, and then it won't reload, and I restarted my router and everything. How far did you make it?
Well, I went 3 out of 9 on the football. That was not good. That was with a give up with 3 guesses left, though.
Who'd you
baseball,
put?
I went 7 out of 9. I didn't realize that Madison Bumgarner does not have a 40-plus WAR for his career.
Wow, I would not have guessed that.
And then, what was the other one that I was wrong on? Because I didn't even get a chance to guess Giants Red Sox. Red Sox All-Star, I put Kevin Millar. Because I just watched that documentary again over the weekend. So, but he was never an All-Star. At least not with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
So 7 out of 9 there. I think I probably could have went 9 out of 9 if I saved. Well, I don't know. Red Sox, Giants. The only one I know is Sandoval. So don't tell me.
I haven't even looked at it today, and I can't reload it. So.
Well, I'm just thinking I'm just trying to name a player that's Giants Red Sox, so I could say that I could have went 9 out of 9. But don't tell me. Giants Red Sox. Oh, he thinks his Wi-Fi's back. We'll see. See you in a second. Watch it not work or watch it just tank. Oh, hey, he's back. Hopefully we don't lose your recording when you crashed out. We probably won't, right?
I don't think so. It should be okay. Now we'll just see how long this stays.
Lasts. So. Well, let's get through Guess Who then, because that's the only thing we can't do while you're not, if you're on your phone. So
yeah.
Hang on, I got to turn myself up again. You're really quiet again. Actually, I might turn on my mic because it started screaming at me. We can do mine first. So mine's a little bit easier, I do believe. I'll share.
Okay.
Let me move this over here. Put you here. Share this. There we go. Actually, let me zoom it in first so nobody can see my notes. Yeah, I take notes. All right. And share screen. Why is it like laggy today? Share screen. There we go. All right. Can you see that?
I can.
All right. We're going to make it easy, and we're going to start with the years.
Well, it was a wide receiver that was...
Oh, yeah. You can... Actually, why don't you guess before...
Traded in their year 23 season. Played 35 games, only started 10. Only 760 yards in 4 seasons. 3 touchdowns, 21 yards per game. Kadarius Toney. Actually,
damn. I think that's a snipe. I thought you were gonna get it, like maybe when I showed you the year, but that's a snipe. Wow. Yeah, Kadarius Toney is indeed correct. If this would load, there we go. Yeah, that's a snipe. Yeah, that's a snipe. That's crazy. That is crazy.
I don't know how I pulled that. I really don't.
You really broke it down by context clues. I'll give you that. That's a good one. All right. Here, let me not give away what we're going to talk about for MLB, huh?
Sure.
You want me to guess?
Yeah,
I'll take the boxes away for you. All right. I'm looking
boxes.
at an All-Pro in his 3rd year, and then again in his 6th year, 4 Pro Bowls. We're looking at a running back. Well, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a running back. Oops, didn't mean to hit that mic. Sorry if that was loud. Looking at a running back, 4 Pro Bowls, 2 AP first teams. Let's go with Le'Veon Bell.
No.
Okay.
Let's see, that should be...
Okay, we get some stats now. Okay, 357, 1120, 1467, 1500, 1287, 1000. Is this... No, because he won MVP one year, I think.
I think you're on the right track.
Is this... I got 2 answers. Years are really throwing me off. So I'm going to go with Sean Alexander.
Oof. Good guess, but not quite. I'll give you seasons.
See, this makes me want to lock in my guess now. I want to go with... Oh, I got 2, actually. 2008 to 2018. 2008 to 2018. So who's a rookie in 08? I have no idea. 16 games. He only started in 2. So he was a backup. And then he was still a backup. And then he got the... No, then he was still... This dude's a career backup. How did he only start 6 games but had 1,400 yards?
Not a career backup. You can't worry about the starts because, like, if they just don't get the snap on the first play, that means they don't get a start.
True. Oh, yeah, he had 1120 that second year that I said he was a backup. I was looking at 190 as the attempts. Let's go with to 2018. Who retired in 2018? Oh, man.
I think once I get
Arian Foster.
I get it. No, also a good guess, though.
Kansas City to Denver to Jacksonville. Is this Jamal Charles?
This is Jamal Charles.
God, I was on. I was right there.
I was gonna say you were close the entire time.
Fuck.
I thought when you were like, "Oh, I think he won an MVP one year," I thought for sure that's where you were debating Jamal Charles.
He crossed the mind, but I was thinking he just had way better years because I was looking at it as I should have looked at receiving a little bit. That year right there, 1,200 rushing yards, 12 touchdowns, and how many yards receiving? 690. That's the year I should have known.
Yeah. It was
2013.
Insane.
That was like the first year of me doing fantasy football.
Mines were thinking pretty clearly today, both picking some Kansas City players.
Yeah, same page. And guys whose careers ended too soon.
Yeah, well,
maybe not Tony.
Yeah, I was going to say debatable on Tony. But.
All right. MLB. My team or your team first?
No, I'll let you get the fun part out of the way.
All right. The Tigers are so much fun to watch. They went on a skid, and I still had fun watching every game. Like, that Guardian series was actually frustrating, but it was still fun. And then you close it out with Scooble's fucking just outrageous. His stat line on Sunday. Now, I learned what a Maddox was, by the way. I've never heard of a Maddox until Sunday. But He went 9 innings, 2 hits, 13 Ks, 94 pitches. That's the piece that's insane, is 94 pitches. Dude was unhittable. Like, they couldn't catch up to his fastball, and then they were a foot ahead of the changeup. They couldn't touch shit. And he was locating everything. I rewatched it yesterday. I didn't get a chance to watch it at the cottage, but I rewatched it last night. Insane. So it was the most strikeouts ever in a Maddox, and it was the fastest pitch to end a complete game shutout by any pitcher ever. Actually, it might not even be complete game shutout. It might just be complete game in general.
I don't know if it was the fastest pitch to close a game ever, but I know it was the fastest pitch thrown by a starting pitcher in the 9th inning.
Okay, there you go. That's probably what. So it was the easy way to put it is the fastest pitch to close out a complete game.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a Chapman's probably closed out a game with 104 before. Like, that's not the fastest, but the dude was unhittable. It's outrageous. I can't say enough good things about him. The only complaint I have is that we need one more bat. I need, like, we don't necessarily have that stud in the lineup where it's like he could go yard at any time. You don't have a Miggy. I think that's what I'm comparing to, because that's like the last time I was really into Tigers baseball was, oh, yeah, Miggy's up. He can just go yard right now. We don't have that guy. Like, Torque's like, he's either going to pop it up or it's going to be a double or a homer. Like, he doesn't – he's been drawing a lot of walks. I'm totally content with that. We don't have that one big hitter. And I feel like you kind of same boat a little bit. No, because you got you kind of are in the same boat a little bit.
Yeah. Yes and no. We don't have a hitter.
You used to have Yelich. It used to be Yelich.
Yeah.
But now he's not so much that anymore. But that wasn't an attempted shit talk to you. I was just thinking.
No, I mean, you're right. So
if we get like a good bat at the deadline, like it's go time. It's time to get excited and set your expectations high. Where else was I going with this? Oh, a little Tigers Twitter for you. Have you ever seen? I've probably sent a tweet or you've seen a tweet. It's Tigers JUK. His name's Jed. He's from the UK.
I don't think so.
So he stumbled across
He
stumbled across my feed a few years ago. I followed him. He said, he just tweets about the games and who we should go get. First of all, he predicted that we would be 77 and 85 at the beginning of the year. He said we didn't do enough in the offseason, which is honestly, that was the thought of a lot of people, was, Scooble is going to be great, but who else, blah, blah, blah. So, anywho, there's been a lot of drama surrounding him organizing a GoFundMe to get tickets and plane rides to, he's in Michigan for a week. He got here at the start of the Guardian series. He's watching the next 2 games and flying home. He raised like $6,000. Like, he's actually a funny dude. Like, I think he's a good dude. And it was like a lot of like his fans on Twitter. He's got like 12,000 followers ish. A lot of his fans that donated to get him there and blah, 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 blah. Well, when he showed up, the Tigers lost the first 3 games against the Guardians. And I was like, this is totally this dude's fault. And he hates the Guardians. He hates that they don't really they don't win games by hitting bombs and like locking you down with pitching. Like they have these bloopy singles and they steal bases and they, you make mistakes, which is what we saw in the first 3 games. It was just bloop single and fucking error by Trey Sweeney and not whatnot. So I'm like, this dude is the biggest jinx of all time. Everybody was tweeting at him. They're like, a lot of people don't like the guy, but they're like, go back to England. You're not wanted here. Blah, 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 blah. We're on a 3-game losing skid because of you. But then he sat behind home plate in the home run club, their new thing for the Scooble outing. And he went 9 innings, 2 hits. And he was just tweeting like, yeah, fuck you guys. I knew it wasn't me. Blah, 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 blah. His best outing of his career. And I was there. Ha ha, fuck you, whatever. It was hilarious. But, yeah, he's at the next 2 games. He's actually the one that initially got me thinking about us going off today. He's like, oh, Logan Webb today. I got a strange feeling they're going to go off. And I started thinking, I'm like, this dude's fucking right. They're going to go off. So he started that feeling. So we'll see if we're right. And he's out in the outfield today. When he was in the outfield last time, they almost won. They lost in extras versus the Guardians. So he's not a jinx anymore. So, but yeah, I love Tigers baseball Twitter. You got Chris Castellani, former Barstool employee that has autism and used to be an alcoholic, not so much anymore. His post-game videos are awesome. Tony D lost the luster for me. I think he got a real career job and he doesn't have time to sit in his basement and watch every game.
Yeah.
And I really miss that guy, but he doesn't do the post-game videos anymore. I think he does for the Lions, but not for the Tigers. He was at opening day, but and then he got this Tigers guy, the Tigers JUK guy. And I started following. You ever seen Will Green?
No.
So his handle is Riley Green Truther or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's funny because he talks the most shit out of all these guys to other teams' fan bases, and everybody attacks him because he's a fat dude, and it's kind of funny.
Yikes.
Yeah. So Tigers baseball has been very entertaining for the last, going back to October of last year. So what's that? 7-8 months. Very entertaining. Good times. Good times over here for me. How about you? How's your team vibing?
The Brewers are back to definition of mid. We suck at hitting and promoting prospects. I forever will not understand why Jacob Mizorowski is not on the major league team right now, considering our current group of starting pitchers. And then it doesn't make sense when we are sending down Logan Henderson for the second time when he has been probably our best pitcher this year. In 21 innings, he's got a 1.71 ERA and a 0.95 whip with 29 strikeouts. Dude's 3-0 in 4 career major league starts. And you're sending him back down the second time so you can bring up DL Hall.
Who even is that? Is that
he's a pitcher that we got in the Corbin Burns trade. I actually I really like DL Hall. I watched him here in Memphis when he was on a rehab outing, and his stats on his rehab were really good. So I was like, all right, great. Let's get him up. I didn't know it would be at the cost of Logan Henderson. I honestly, I just don't know what to think about the Brewers. We don't sweep series. If we don't sweep series, but we also don't get swept. We either take 2 of 3 or we lose 2 of 3. There's no in between. That's pretty much what it is. But splitting a 4-game series with the Pirates is not very impressive. Not sweeping the Orioles isn't terrible. Losing 2 of 3 to Cleveland. I guess Cleveland's an okay team. I don't know, dude. It's just, I feel like we should
I would say Cleveland's a good team.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I look back at the beginning of the season, and that was probably the worst start of the season I've ever seen in my entire life. Losing the first 4 games and just getting outscored by fucking 50 runs. And then, we kind of went on a hot streak where it seemed like we were winning a lot more games than we were, but in actuality, we weren't. This team is so mid right now. And, if I look at their stats, our best hitter is probably Rhys Hoskins. Actually, no, that is true. Our best hitter is Rhys Hoskins. He's hitting 287. That is not that impressive. Jackson Chourio is supposed to be like the stud.
He hit a home run yesterday.
Yeah, I don't think he's had an off day this year. He's hitting 246. His OPS is 695. Like that is not all-star caliber level. Like I don't know if it's just, hey, he's young, he's still figuring out. The dude also swings at every first pitch. I don't know if I've seen him take a first pitch. He's got 8 walks in 232 at-bats this year. Have some patience. Just get on base.
Yeah.
You just can steal bases. Yes. So that's frustrating. Yelich is batting 205 right now. He's fucking broken. William Contreras with a broken finger. Actually, he's been good. I can't shit on him. I don't know. I want us to call up fucking Miz, and I want Brandon Woodruff to get healthy and stop fucking getting injured. Like our rotation should be Freddie Peralta, Brandon Woodruff, Logan Henderson, Jacob Mizorowski, and then you pick between fucking Chad Patrick, Quinn Priester, Jose Quintana, who else? Tobias Myers, Nestor Cortez, when healthy, or Aaron Savale. Like you literally have fucking 9 different guys you could pick from for your number 5. But let's try and utilize the top 4 when you have them.
Remember when you were excited for Nestor Cortez?
Yeah, he's injured. I can't shit talk him. He's injured.
He's been bad.
No, he's all right. He's only got a 9 ERA in 8 innings.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. It's only 8 innings. But
true,
no,
true.
I mean,
what's the minimum to qualify for shit talk? 30?
I'd
say like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, so he'd have to get
average it out to like.
He's got 2 starts. He'd need to get 4 starts. Okay. Because like his second start wasn't bad.
What did he hurt? Or what's hurt? Why is he hurt?
I think he's on the 60-day IL right now. His injury, flexor strain.
Oh, done for the year.
I don't know. I mean, he's probably gone after this year anyways, but which really sucks because like the pieces that we got from the Devin Williams trade, which mind you, Devin Williams has not been amazing for the Yankees. He literally almost lost his job as the closer. But like we got Caleb Durbin, who I was excited for. He is currently hitting 205. And in a rotation of about 6 different guys is our third baseman. And then Nestor Cortez, who's got a 9 ERA and is on the 60-day injured list. So
quick. Oh, sorry. Go ahead and wrap up.
No, I just want us to go out and get a bat. Like I agree we are kind of in a similar situation with the Tigers. Like our pitching will be fine once we're healthy. Like we've proven that, and we've got a stockpile of pitching prospects that we're sending our best pitchers down to fucking AAA right now. But the hitting is just so bad. Like first base, good with Hoskins. Catcher, good with Contreras. Second base, Trang, good. Shortstop and third base is a massive fucking hole right now between a rotation of Joey Ortiz, Caleb Durbin, Isaac Collins, and Oliver Dunn. Like, none of those names are good. DH, Yelich, I guess. Outfield is Chourio, Sal Frelick, who's been good, and a rotation of a couple other guys. Like, you got to get at least one more hitter. Somebody, whether it's a third baseman or another outfielder or a DH, I really don't give a shit. You got to get somebody because it is not working, and Eric Haas cannot be our DH.
Hey, he's a king. Leave him alone.
222. No home runs. Oh, 2 home runs.
You got me thinking. You got me thinking with the average thing. I looked at the Tigers, and it's kind of crazy. So,
what's your team average?
Team average. This doesn't show that. I can try to find it.
If you're on ESPN, it does.
Oh, yeah, it does. 253.
232.
Yep. So when I'm looking, take out all the outliers for the only 30 ABs. The number one dude, it got me thinking. Dylan Dingler batting 295. He hasn't been playing. Huh?
I was going to say, how many at-bats does he have?
149. This got me thinking.
Quarters of the games.
I love myself some Jake Rogers. Love the stash. He is a great catcher. That's why Scooble loves him. He's out there with Scooble, right? The dude can't bat. He can't bat. Dylan Dingler, arguably one of the best defensive catchers in the league. If you watch him, I'm not going to try to act like I know my shit. I heard the broadcast guy say that.
Mm-hmm.
And he can hit. He just apparently doesn't do what Rogers does when it comes to selecting the pitches and locating the pitches and framing. Jake Rogers is one hell of a framer. It's some crazy shit. But Jake Rogers is batting 160. Granted, he's only got 25 ABs and he's coming off an injury, but Dylan Dingler rakes. Jake Rogers doesn't. So that drives me nuts. But then you got Baez at 286. That's good. Carpenter, 280. Glaber has been – am I saying that? Isn't it Gleiber or something stupid?
No, I think Glaber's right.
Thought so. Okay. Glaber's batting 276. That dude, if you watch him, his ABs, they're always minimum 5 pitches. 6 sometimes. I'd say minimum
Glaber's
6.
Been really good this year.
He's been awesome. Riley Green's good. McKinstry, 269 has been a shocker. And then you got Torque at 243. But it's like nobody really like, oh, wow, look at that batting average, you know? Except for Dylan Dingler, who's way higher than I thought.
If there's a bat that you need, what position or player, if you had any in mind?
I would say we need a third baseman, like so bad.
Fuck.
All right. And Veerling doesn't do it for me.
Is he back yet?
He is. He's batting a crisp 182 in his first 3 games.
That doesn't really count.
Yeah, I mean, third base, you got Ibanez can play third. He's okay, but he's not very good. We did have Jace Young there. He's fucking ass. He already got sent back down. We need a third baseman. They've been saying Javi might go play third. I don't know if I like it, though.
He's played third in the past. I don't see why they wouldn't keep him.
I think the dude's just confident in center field because he gets to make these cool plays. There's less pressure.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at who the free agents are going to be for next year to try and get some ideas.
Right, we're trading for Arenado this year, though.
Okay. That's good luck with that. You don't want that.
That's the bet we're getting at the deadline. Ooh, another thing. I think we were texting about this in the group chat, but I think it would be a good chat. Paul Skeens traded or no?
No, I don't think.
Paul Skeens, if traded, would the Tigers be the best landing spot of all time?
No.
I think it would be.
I've told you, I like the Tigers. I think they're fun. I'm preying on their downfall now because I cannot have them win a World Series before the Brewers get to one. It can't. For my mental health, I can't have it. I cannot have it.
This podcast would be so electric the day after a World Series win.
No.
Especially with Skeens closing it out.
No. It's
Scooble, Skeens, Flaherty.
Skeens hasn't looked that great.
Reese Olson. He's the Cy Young favorite, brother.
Is he actually?
Yes, he is. He's been just fine.
He's probably been like the third best pitcher in the league. So,
yeah, not that great.
Imagine
Scooble and Skeens, like we automatically get into Game 4 of the ALCS, closing it out at home.
Probably. I'm changing my stance, by the way, on Ryan McMahon. I still want him, but my prime focus right now is I need the Diamondbacks to blow up so that Eugenio Suarez can be traded to the Brewers.
Eugenio Suarez is on the Giants? Or you said the Giants?
The D-backs.
He's on the D-backs. Wow, sorry, I'm freaking out. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Ryan McMahon hasn't even been that good.
No.
He's betting 149 outside of Coors.
Yeah, that's why I'm pulling out on that one.
He did hit a bomb against the Tigers, so I remember that one. Want to hear my crazy division winners parlay that actually looks really fucking good? Placed it like, this was placed in, doesn't it tell you? This was placed.
Yeah, I've got mine. I got to update mine. I haven't looked at it in a bit.
This was placed January 7th.
DraftKings,
yes.
Okay.
So it was $2.80 for 4,200. The cash out's currently $14.60.
Wait, for how much? How much was it? $2.
It's $14.60 is the cash out.
Yeah, but how much you put? How much on it?
$2.80 for 4,200.
Jesus Christ! Okay,
I'm telling you, it looks good. Are you ready for it? Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the standings so I can tell you where my teams are at. So, got the Yankees, AL East. They are 6 games up. Tigers, AL Central, 5-game lead. Mariners, AL West, 1.5 game lead. Sketchy. You always hate the Astros. But then you got the Phillies, 1.5 lead, confident there. Best team in baseball, like you said, right behind the Tigers. NL Central, Chicago Cubs, 3-game lead. Now for the really sketchy one that makes this payout so big.
Is where you went Padres,
plus 850, 2 games back. I mean, if there's a team that can do it, like if I would rather have the Padres over the Giants or D-backs in this situation. There was a 0% chance I was taking the Dodgers. I think they're like minus 400. Like that doesn't make it fun.
So mine is $5 for 21.81 and 81 cents.
Well, it's already dead. Hang on, let me tell you why it's already dead. You have the Brewers winning the NL Central.
It's not dead. In the NL Central, I have the Brewers 6.5 games back, which I should mention too is crazy. The fact that we're 27-28 and we're only 6.5 back is kind of wild. Like, I feel like we've been ass, and we're still like very much in it. The Cubs are 1 injury away from being fucked, I think.
Seiya's making a case for MVP, isn't he?
Leads league in RBIs, I think, right now. He's been really good.
I thought
so anyways, was. Brewers, plus 260, 6.5 back. Braves, the NL East, 8.5 back. Which I still think that they're in it. I mean,
no.
They just got Acuna back. Strider's just coming back. There's still a chance. Dodgers, they were minus 500. I have them. They're up by 2 games. The AL Central, Tigers. Up by 5 games. The AL East, the Red Sox. Did not realize they'd collapsed as far as they have. 7.5 games back. And then in the AL West, the Rangers, 4.5 games back. Pretty sure most of my teams are under 500 outside of the Tigers and the Dodgers. Actually, yes, that is true. So,
there's a chance we could have a great finish here if the Padres keep it close. When we get to, this isn't even the full season. Damn, never mind. I thought I was looking at the end of the season. I'm only through to July. Never mind. I was trying to see if the Padres finished the season with the Dodgers, because that could be electric.
Their schedule. Second half.
I mean, if this keeps going the way it has, the Phillies.
Oh no!
What?
The Padres' last 3 series at the White Sox. Home against the Brewers. Home against the D-backs.
Nice. If this cash out got to 1,000, I would definitely cash out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
100%.
I'm not riding that shit.
That. Yeah.
Even if it hit 600, I would probably take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it's off of $2.80, and if it hits, it hits. But no, you know what? No, that's the bitch mentality. I'd let that shit ride because you know what? It only cost me $2.80.
You could hedge. Just bet on.
No, I don't fuck with hedging. I don't fuck with
Dodgers.
Hedging. No, at that point, if the Dodgers have a 2-game lead with 6 to go, they're going to be minus 2,000. Then how do you hedge that?
Yeah, that's true.
If they're minus 2,000, okay, I can waste 2,000 of my 4,800 to make 100.
Yeah. No,
and then at that point, it's I made 100, but it's or my parlay hit and I cost myself $2,000.
Yeah.
But it would still be 2,800 in the pocket, so I don't think I'd care much.
Yeah. Hey, I have some quick golf news that
quick golf news, go.
And I'm not sure if you saw it a couple
days
days ago.
Not. Should I look at it first or listen to you?
I sent it to you I sent it to you yesterday. Will Zalatoris.
Yeah. I did see that. Sorry, just didn't reply.
Underwent back surgery. Re-herniated discs. Time to retire, buddy.
I wonder if his putt stroke is what herniated his disc.
No, it's definitely his drive stroke. It's so.
He's got like you ever seen Riggs' swing from Barstool?
It's disgusting.
Oh, it's so bad. That dude's gonna have like back issues up the ass.
Yeah. I did hear. I'm pretty sure Will Zalatoris had a chance to join Live when it first started, and he didn't take it. Should have.
Generational money. Now you're cooked, buddy.
Yep.
At least now he's got PGA Healthcare, though.
True.
No, you know what? They probably have to get their own. They're basically independent contractors out there.
No, they have like a players association. I would assume they get benefits.
He's gonna need it. Anything else before we wrap?
I don't think so.
All right, go Tigers -2.5. See you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties, and we'll see you.
Peace.